Good morning. How are you? ATX Funding Solutions for cadavers, bullet pointing, practicing on a cadaver during Austin Tech Week and the sequel to Austin Startup Week. Cadavers. Why are people practicing on a newborn baby when they could instead be practicing on a cadaver, right? And that's why cadavers is probably the most innovative thing inside of entrepreneurship education and even business practices, because guess what? We're in a topsy-turvy time right now. Topsy-turvy. If you're going to be buying a business pretending like everything's situation normal, steady as she goes, that's not where we're at right now. That's not. If you're wondering, I'm brushing Brady Bear. We're not just trying to buy a business at a 7x EBITDA multiple hoping for the best. Oh, maybe the economy will just hang in. No, not when commercial real estate is selling buildings for pennies on the dollar. Cadavers. Being able to take a business that's dead and then having it live like a zombie for just a millisecond. That's all we're trying to do with practicing on a cadaver. The public is out there trying to buy a business with money it doesn't have using an SBA loan that's going to have some collateral or capital call from an investor that's looking for disbursements. Like, I, I don't I don't see I don't see it. I literally don't see it. But with a cadaver, now you can run this protocol. Double Doubling a business with no money, that's like my realm. But why don't you just make it 4% better in revenue with no money? That's possible. That's possible for the most retarded of law school students to do, because you're just watching a YouTube video. Oh, uh, cookie or food for lead gen, and then you're increasing sales leads for the business for a business. That's cadavers. That's an external API. That's hashtag lead gen. So an external API is where you're APIing in without consent. So no consent required. You're just helping the business do slightly better. Did Mark McCormack have consent to hire the retired golfers from the regular golf tour and call it the senior golf tour? No, he had no consent. You don't need consent because you're running an external API. It's a sequel to a business that he didn't start. He didn't start the PGA. He did start the senior golf tour. Same golfers, same business model, same courses, same sponsors, same almost everything, except the golfers are 20 years older hitting from the ladies' tees. That's the senior golf tour. And so you can do an external API, which is why we want to practice on cadavers, because we want to polish up our turds and then get super rich. Jay Westbrook isn't going to talk about these things unless some innovator inside with a bankruptcy law degree, or a law degree then a ton of CLE credits for bankruptcy, decides to take over that 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 legal practice. Guess what? I don't see it. I don't see that happening. Which is why practicing on a cadaver makes you be cognizant of the law. Hashtag CS183 law. You're playing Monopoly without really understanding the rules of when you have to quit. The only time you have to quit is when you're bankrupt. But if you've got wily, street smart ways to avoid bankruptcy, you succeed. So when you're practicing on a cadaver, somebody already gave up on that thing. Now you can just practice, and then lo and behold, really good things happen because there's only upside. There's only upside in practicing on a cadaver. How did the noon event go with bankers and lawyers with the CLE credits that was at UFCU? Was it good? I'm guessing that the people that spoke at the panel just said polite colloquialisms as to building real estate collapse with, oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's probably just going to be okay in Austin, but it's probably not going to be that bad. And then not really sharing their arbitrage, because I never really understood lawyers who so love their business model of, oh, I really love the modest rate of $280 an hour, but I could be making a crap ton of more money sitting on the other side of the table. I've never understood that. Like, you're watching your clients get, oh, wait, lawyers do jump to the other side of the table. How's your effort to jump to the money side? 500K, baby. 500K.